YouTube, ironforgesiron.com. The internet. It is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Happy birthday to God bless Reverend Martin Luther King. If when you think about the fact that we're both doing this vlog, that it would not have been possible if it wasn't for people like him. So
definitely, I can agree with that statement.
Either way, we are here to talk about two events, and we're here to talk about the UFC 142 event in Rio that just happened. I got the poster here, and for all you guys out there, a little hint and a little word of advice for you people that like to collect the posters or just to get free stuff. If you're at a restaurant and like Hooters or Cheeseburger in Paradise, ask the people for the posters. The majority of the time, they'll give it to you. Sometimes they're like $20 online. I've seen. I get them for free. So feel free. Don't be ashamed or to ask them. They usually give it to you because they throw them out, and next thing you know, I had my Shogun poster signed and everything like that just from a free poster. So it works out good. We're also here to talk about the UFC on Fox 2. I guess it is. You want to call it that?
Some shit like that.
I can tell already we're lagging on the as far as the video quality. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Nonetheless, we are here to talk about UFC 142 in Rio. Did you first off, anything you want to talk about as far as the place? I mean, Brazil seems like the place to go when you want to go see a show as far as atmosphere. I mean, anything you want to add?
I really think I would have to categorize, of course, I'm JMMA all day, so I'd have to say Japan, Brazil, and maybe Canada, even before USA, in terms of the type of fan atmosphere that I like. Brazil's off the fucking chain, and Brazilian fighters always bring it. So I definitely respect everything Brazil has to offer.
Yeah, I mean, the crowd was hot. Awesome crowd. What's crazy is this event went so quickly that, typically sometimes I'll skip like half an hour of the event, see the first fight, drive home to meet up with my friends, watch the event. The way that the fights were going, after the first fight, I said, okay, I'm ready to go. And then, boom, quick fight. I'm like, you know what? I have a feeling this event's going to be quick. 2 hours. This event went under 2 hours, which is crazy. But it was an action-packed. It was an action-packed 2 hours. So I'm not complaining, especially the fact that I got to see it for free on Xbox. I text like a million different people telling them about this. If you followed on my Twitter, I was mentioning it too. Dude, the UFC on Xbox, definitely the way to go. Even if you don't see the event, I heard the event live was really good, the quality of the stream. Plus, afterwards, like I didn't get home to watch it in time as far as on my Xbox. I watched it on my computer. But for 10 hours, I think for like 24 hours afterwards, you could see the replays of the shows, which is just phenomenal. So when you check out my Twitter, I'm sure that JMMA_all day will have it on his. He'll retweet it. But Chuck will mention it as well as myself. When I get some type of notice that they're giving it out for free, and I think it's like a promotional thing they'll be doing for every event. I mean, definitely check it out because it's well worth it. Even if you don't see it live, you get to replay for a day, like pretty much a full day. You can't get, and it's free.
Well worth it.
So hate on Dana White, hate on the UFC for what it's worth. I mean, even Elon was mentioning, he was like, man, Elon the Dragon was like, dude, this UFC on Xbox, the app and the stream is off the hook. So nonetheless, that was that.
Oh, yeah.
First fight I want to get into, and then we'll go over the 142 card, and then we'll go on the UFC on Fox 2 card since it's only 3 fights, the main card. First fight, Edson Barboza versus Terry Edom. Let me tell you something about Barboza. Man, his strikes are just ridiculous, especially his kicks.
Yeah.
I mean, when you watch it on TV, you feel those kicks, man. Those body kicks are ridiculous, ridiculous. Nonetheless, Barbosa wins in the third round, if I'm correct. KO spinning wheel kick. I saw something like that at UFC 128 where he fought in New Jersey, where he almost knocked the guy out. It was during a prelim fight. He actually knocked the guy out, Terry Edom, in this fight. Just sick fight. As far as it was all Barbosa. And it was actually pretty painful to watch. Adams got a ton of heart to go through the beating that he did. But to go for him the way he went out and he's like this, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like, dude, I know it's wrong for me to laugh, but I did. Any comments?
Listen, that's literally, I would say that's a step below the Badr Hari Stefan Leko knockout. I don't know what the status of Terry Adams' jaw is right now. I'm not sure if he broke his jaw at all, or just got knocked out. But it's a brilliant kick. He set it up with a nice 3 or 4 strike combination, ending with the leg kick, backed up, had the perfect distance, and then just threw it and caught it perfectly. Pretty legit.
Yeah.
Pretty legit.
Yeah, great, crazy. And what a way to start off the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely awesome. I really look forward to seeing what 2012 as far as who could top that off. Because that's going to be pretty tough to top as far as a KO.
Definitely.
But we'll see. Second fight.
It's sick in any sport.
Yeah, hell
Any
yeah.
combat sport, you get a knockout with the spinning back kick, and it's pretty legit.
Hell yeah! I hope UFC and the ESPN sometimes they do the top 10 plays of the day, and they definitely should put that up there, man. That was such a brutal knockout. I know Leko got his jaw broken by Badr, so I mean it's definitely not better than that. But man, I get cringes just thinking about Leko going down. You know. Oh man,
it was horrible.
That was brutal. Badr Hari, just a brutal human being. Second fight is Eric Silva, and Chuck is dying right now.
I'm sick as fuck, guys. Let me just say, I'm sick as fuck right now. I was in jail. We didn't get to do this last vlog, the prediction. I got out, went to work. Now I'm just sick as fuck. So. Sorry if I just start fucking dying on you right now, but we're gonna push this vlog.
I gotta find a new co-host, so it's gonna be.
I'm falling apart.
There you go. Second fight: Eric Silva versus Carlo Prater. Silva gets. I was about to say win, but he got DQ'd. From strikes to the back of the head. I didn't see any strikes to the back of the head. Did you see anything like that?
I didn't see it, but I was watching it with my homie 1 Million Ankles, and he kind of questioned it at first. But once we saw the replay, we knew it wasn't intentional, and it didn't really even happen. Yeah. So I think it was definitely a mistake for the ref.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? The same thing that came up with Brock and Mir, the first fight, where I don't know if the refs. I don't think the refs should be taken. They should take into the fact that the fighters are moving their heads, and a lot of times the people get struck in the back of the head, or they might get grazed. Or I know there was 1 or 2 shots that definitely, but it wasn't intentional. It definitely wasn't. It wasn't 100% on Silva's part. Prater was kind of moving his head around, and when you do that, you're going to get hit in the back of the head. It's very possible. Yeah. So. You know what? It was wrong call. I don't like the fact that Rogan called out Yamasaki on that. Maybe it's just me.
I never liked that. Because, I just don't, unless it's Abner Maris versus Ekbeko type of shit, I don't support it because it was just an honest mistake.
Yeah, you can't put guys in Yamasaki's got to see the thing in real time. It's real easy to dissect something when it's on instant replay, but real time, referees have a really tough job. But whatever. Third fight: Usman Palhares versus Mike Vicencio. Palhares wins by heel hook round 1. Shout out to Imanari.
Let's go.
Yeah. I don't even know what else to say. Palhares wins. He hulks up. He goes crazy. Anything you want to add to
Just
that?
a monster. The guy's a monster, man. And then Joe Rogan's commentary on that fight was hilarious. How he's like, oh my God, he's got him down. He's got him down. It's over. It's over. It's done.
That was it.
It's like, wow, man. Because it was really that quick.
Yeah.
But Vicencio wasn't. I don't think many people. This card kind of seemed like made for all the Brazilians to win, almost.
Yeah. Co-main event: Vitor Belfort versus Anthony Rumble Johnson. It looks like it's probably going to be Johnson's last fight in the UFC. For those people that don't know, leading into it, Johnson didn't weigh in. Very unprofessional. He's supposed to be a 185.
Came in 197 or some shit like that.
Yeah, and it's not even like it's 1 pound or 2. It was a whole it just shows you that he was not. I don't know, man. This is the reason why the guy even moved up in weight, is because the weight cuts were just so brutal. And sometimes I don't know if he thought maybe, well, I have 15 pounds less, so I could half-ass the weight cutting or something like that, and I'll just make it up the last day. He was just procrastinating. Yeah. But whatever the case may be, Rumble didn't make weight. It seemed to affect the way he fought in the fight. Apparently,
gassed real fast.
And he went aggressive too. And I think he went aggressive because of the fact that he felt like he was going to be gassing. So try to end the fight quickly rather than slow down in the 3rd round or something like that. But nonetheless, Belfort wins by rear naked choke. He got beat up. He got hit with some shots. But nonetheless, Johnson loses by rear naked choke. Dana White afterwards, from what I am being told, fired him. So he's no longer in the UFC. It is what it is. I like watching Rumble Johnson, but I'm not going to be crying over him leaving because it's a legitimate reason why. You show up. It's part of your job. Is to make weight, and
you fuck up like that. You fuck up like that, you can't really say anything.
So that's it. Anything you want to add to that fight?
Just that I look forward to seeing Rumble Johnson versus Hector Lombard in Bellator soon.
Yeah. One man's garbage is another man's treasure, so Bellator will pick him up and, I guess they'll deal with the weight cuts and all that stuff. Last fight of the night is a featherweight championship bout between Jose Aldo versus Chad Mendes. Going into it, Mendes was undefeated. Mendes, we knew that going into it, I know that, listen, we all know that Aldo has those leg kicks. So I said, every time I say this, every time I know that somebody's going to be fighting Aldo, I always say in my head, you better know how to check a leg kick. Aldo, man, he's got skinny legs, but his leg kicks are brutal too, man. I mean, he was going after him. Mendes seems to be really hesitant because he was kind of, I don't know if he was intimidated or whatever, thinking about the leg kicks or thinking about something. At one point in the round, he gets his back, tries to pick him up. Aldo grabs the cage. I hate that. I really hate that. I would have liked to see Mendes actually take him down and see what would have happened. But, dude, slick move, man. He backed up, turned around, and kneed him right in the head. And that was it, man. That was a KO. 449, I think, with the second left. Yeah, something like that. With the second left in the fight. And just KO'd him. Done deal. Anything you want to add to that?
Listen, Jose Aldo's the kid's a monster. I think he's going to be 145-pound champion for a long time. Well, at least until Hatsu Haoki comes and submits him for the crown. And then he'll move up to 155, where his body will grow, and he'll grow into 155. But for now, man, the dude's a monster. He timed that knee perfectly. He had his back. He had wrist control. Turn around, Huss. It was beautiful. You couldn't have ended any better for Brazil.
Yeah, just nonetheless, UFC 142, really good card. It was 2 hours. It was short. Gabriel Gonzaga, we got to see Gonzaga. Omagawa lost, right?
Omagawa got his arm broken and then fucking came back and went the distance. That's some real G shit, guys.
So Gonzaga's back.
If you see the replay, yeah, Gonzaga using a game plan and doing what he does best, man. He should always been doing that.
Mm-hmm. You were saying something about the replay. You're talking about the arm break?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
Yeah. I thought the fight was over. But, whatever.
Yeah,
Bushido, right? Bushido.
That's the Bushido spirit.
Yeah.